Imagine two golfers at your club. Same age, same handicap, same love for the game. One of them ends up stressed about money in later life. The other has money, time, and freedom to play golf whenever he wants. The difference isn't their job, their salary, or their talent. It's five quiet choices they've been making for years, often without noticing. In this video, I'll walk you through those five choices so you can decide which golfer you're becoming: the rich golfer or the wealthy golfer. On this channel, I'll help you play better golf without wrecking your finances. Today isn't about guilt or shame. It's about giving you a simple feel-good roadmap. Enjoy your golf, keep your pride at the club, and quietly protect your future at the same time. Let's start with choice number one: status buys versus value buys. This shows up in the pro shop every weekend. The rich golfer buys to impress. New driver every year, limited edition putter, tour bag with his name stitched on. His question is, what will people think when they see this in my bag? The wealthy golfers buy for value, not cheap, value. He asks three questions. Will this realistically lower my scores? How many rounds will I play with it? And what's my cost per round? So instead of £600 on the brand new driver, he might spend 300 only on last year's model and put the other 300 into an ISA or retirement account. Over 20 years, rich golfers overspend, say, 600 a year on upgrade. That's £12,000 gone into the garage. Wealthy golfer invests just half of that, 300 a year for 20 years at around 7% growth. Ends up with roughly 13 to 14,000 pounds. Same love of golf. One has a pile of old clubs, the other has real money working for him. So ask yourself, when you buy golf gear, are you buying a feeling for today or value for the next 10 to 20 years? Let's go to choice number two: debt versus discipline. This is how you pay for your golf. The rich golfer thinks, if I really want it, I'll just put it on the card. Finance the clubs, membership he can't quite afford, trips he'll sort out later. Short term, it feels great. Long term, interest quietly eats his future golf. The wealthy golfer has one simple rule: if I can't pay in full, I can't afford it yet. Instead of 0% finance on a £2,000 iron set, he sets up a sinking fund. 200 a month for 10 months. While he's saving, he tests clubs, looks for deals, and often realizes he either doesn't need the upgrade or he can buy smarter. The result? No knot in the stomach when the bill arrives. Golf stays pure enjoyment, not financial stress. Quick question for you: is any part of your golf lifestyle currently sitting on debt? If yes, that's not a failure. That's simply an opportunity to reset and move towards the wealthy golfer side. On to choice number three: club lifestyle versus life priorities. This is where golf sits inside your bigger life. For the rich golfer, golf is the center of everything. He stretches for the most expensive membership because all my mates are there. He says yes to every trip, every away day, every bar bill, even if it means saying no to his future self or his family. For the wealthy golfer, golf is a pillar of his life, not the whole building. He asks, what do I want my life to look like in 10 to 20 years? How does golf fit into that without blowing up everything else? So he might choose a slightly cheaper club with great golf and great people. One big golf trip a year instead of three. A clear monthly golf budget that he actually respects. The interesting part? He often enjoys his golf more because he knows the rest of his life is under control. So think about your own situation. Is golf supporting your dream life or quietly competing with it? Let's move to choice number four: consumer mindset versus investor mindset. This is what you do with the money you don't spend on golf. The rich golfer, if he has anything left at the end of the month, lets it disappear on random stuff. Gadgets, more clothes, slightly fancier car lease. He sees money as something to use, not something to grow. The wealthy golfer thinks like an investor. Every time he chooses not to overspend on golf, he asks, can I redirect some of this into my future? That might be topping up a pension, adding to an index fund, paying down the mortgage faster. Let's say there's £100 difference in monthly golf spend. 100 a month invested at roughly 7% for 20 years grows to around £50,000. That can be a decade of green fees in retirement, or the difference between worrying at 75 and being comfortable. The mindset shift is this. The wealthy golfer doesn't feel deprived. He looks at that growing pot and thinks, that's my future golf fund. I am literally buying future freedom. So next time you skip an unnecessary upgrade or an overpriced trip, don't think I'm missing out. Think I just paid my future golf fund. Now, the last and maybe the biggest choice, short-term image versus long-term identity. This is who you're trying to impress. The rich golfer is focused on how he looks today. What will the lads think when they see my new driver? Will I look successful at the club? Will they notice if I don't upgrade this year? He's outsourcing his self-worth to the locker room. The wealthy golfer, on the other hand, is focused on who he's becoming. He wants to be the guy who still walks the course at 70, the guy who always shows up, the guy whose kids and grandkids are proud of how he handled money. He isn't trying to impress Saturday's football. He's trying to take care of his future self and his family. So his question changes from, how do I look this weekend? To, who am I becoming over the next 10, 20, 30 years? And the great thing, you can still have nice clubs doing so. You can still enjoy good memberships and fun trips. You just get to enjoy them without the quiet anxiety underneath. Now let's wrap this up. Here are the 5 choices again. Status buys versus value buys. Debt versus discipline. Club lifestyle versus life priorities. Consumer mindset versus investor mindset. And short-term image versus long-term identity. You don't need to get all 5 perfect. You don't need to sell your clubs. You don't need to stop loving golf. You just need to pick 1 or 2 of these areas and start nudging your behavior from rich golfer to wealthy golfer. A small change repeated over 5, 10, 20 years turns into more peace of mind, more freedom, and very often more golf, not less. If you love this game and you want to protect both your handicap and your wealth, you are exactly who I make these videos for. On this channel, we are building a community of wealthy golfers. People who want to enjoy today's round without sacrificing tomorrow's freedom. So if you want more practical videos on golf-friendly retirement, how much golf should really cost you at different ages, and simple money rules tailored to golfers, hit that subscribe button. Join this community, make the shift from rich golfer to wealthy golfer, starting today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.